It's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 10, powered by Reva University.
Ladies and gentlemen, the allegation is of gang rape. The victim is a minor. The complaint is out there. The cars in which the crime was committed have been seized. It should be a case where the police just catch the rape accused, all of them with extreme speed. But all we have seen so far is a go slow, tardiness. Is this all possibly because those in the corridors of power have some connection with any of the accused, or they're trying to protect someone else? Let's debate.
It's been 9 days since a minor was allegedly gang raped in Jubilee Hills, Hyderabad. It's been 7 days since a police complaint was filed.
Based on the CC footage analysis, based on the CDR analysis, our officers, they were able to identify 5 persons, that is corroborating with the statement of the victim. And within 48 hours, we could identify the accused. And today, we have arrested one of the accused.
It's been 3 days since the first arrest was made.
As the DCP yesterday had pointed out in the press conference that the scene of crime had taken place in an Innova car, and as my video journalist has been showing that there is an Indian flag on it, and also at the same time this is the Innova car which was used by the accused for doing that crime.
The second car, an Innova, involved in the crime was recovered 2 days ago, but the owner has not been detained. And the Republic TV reporters on the ground in a deep investigation found out CCTV footage likely to be of key evidentiary value has not even been collected.
I just want to ask you, did any of the police come over here for accessing the footage? No, not yet. They didn't come.
From this very spot at the Amnesia Lounge Bar. And she was dropped back at this very spot at 7:10 p.m. as per the police records. Police has confirmed that the accused had left to the Conque Cafe, which is where right now we are at, which is about 300 meters away from here.
The forensic teams may be taking a look at the cars used to carry out the gang rape. But so far, one of the accused is yet to be arrested. Does he have any political links? The BJP is demanding answers and are protesting in Hyderabad. And the Congress student wing has launched counter-protests of its own. And while some continue to shame and blame the minor survivor, the questions remain. Who is circulating videos revealing the victim's identity? Why is potentially clinching evidence being ignored? Is the owner of the Innova a big shot leader in the state government? And is there an all-out go slow because of it? Let's debate.
Quite sadly, on such an important investigation on which the entire national media should have been really looking into the details, quite unfortunately, I find that most of the national media are not beginning to focus on it as much as they should. And we are told that one of the reasons why some of them don't is because they believe in doing paid news, that satisfies the state government. Now, that's really unfortunate. All their credibility has been lost. Well, in this case tonight, I have Mrinalini Deshmukh, Barnali Basak and Divya Reddy, who's a social activist from Hyderabad. Barnali is an advocate, Mrinalini Deshmukh is a senior advocate. And we have with us the BJP spokesperson from Telangana, Kishore Poreddy. We have former independent MLA and political analyst, very anti-BJP, Professor K. Nageshwar, Royden Roach, who supports the Congress, Professor Rekha Rao supports the TRS, and Arnab Bugadi is a leader of the TRS. Mr. Bugadi, I want to begin with you.
Arnab, let me first protest. I don't support Congress. I am not anti-BJP. I will quit the program. I told your coordination team, this kind of a meaningless, senseless description of the guest is absolutely uncalled for. Who told that I support Congress? I fought against the Congress. In fact, in the recent MLC elections also, I got more votes than Congress. What is this description on that? You can, everybody knows that you are paid by the BJP.
Now,
that doesn't mean everybody else is anti-BJP.
Mr. Nageshwar, I am only going by your past track record of participation in the shows where you have been anti-BJP. Now, if you've turned pro-BJP, nobody has any problem. You don't need to be touchy about it.
When did I support the Congress? What?
Okay, so what should I say about you? That you are pro-BJP?
I am an independent MLC. I am a political analyst. I am a professor in the university.
But I thought earlier you said you have nothing to do with politics at all.
Well, I am a professor of journalism in Usmania University. That doesn't mean if I have something to do with the politics.
So you're a professor who has a political interest.
You yourself described me as independent MLA. You do not know whether I am an MLC or MLA.
I call Royden pro-Congress. Why are you reacting to it?
You should know you should do the proper homework when you invite a guest.
Mr. Nageshwar, okay, Mr. Nageshwar, you are not anti-BJP.
I'm not going to come on the show when you describe me.
Okay, so you're not anti-BJP. I feel that more important than your whichever line you stand with nowadays is the issue at hand. So my first question is to Kishore Poreddy, because you're distracting me now. I know you want attention, but I will not give it to you. My question is to Kishore Poreddy, Mr. Nageshwar Rao. Thank you very much. Mr. Poreddy, please. Thank you. Mr. Poreddy, can the volume be reduced, because I want to speak to Mr. Poreddy. Thank you. Mr. Poreddy, yes. This Innova which has been found, which has a flag on it and no registration number, in which the gang rape happened, is it a state government car?
Sir, as a matter of fact...
No. So I think I should put that to Mr. Bugadi first. So sorry, Mr. Poreddy, I gave the impression it was to you. That question is to TRS leader, Mr. Arnab Bugadi. Mr. Bugadi, this Innova car, which has a flag on it and no registration number, I can put the pictures out. The gang rape happened there. Is it a state government car? Did the gang rape happen in a state government car?
It's not an state government. We have pulled the details from the Road Transport Authority, RTA. So the police already had that car belongs to who, and they have already served the.
Who does the car belong to?
That police will reveal.
No, why is the registration being cancelled? Obviously, the car, which has a sort of a flag on it. Is it linked to any big neta? I'm asking you directly, did the gang rape happen in a car owned by a big neta or managed or in the service of a big neta? And is it a state government car? Is it linked to the state government, the car?
The car is not linked to the state government, and the TRS party is not going to excuse any kind of belonging to politicians or anybody.
The audio is not good.
And it happened in the past.
One, I can't get your audio. Did you say it happened in the past? I didn't hear you there. Can the audio be improved, Anand?
The accused will be punished at any cost.
No, I don't want to know about that. I want to know whether this Innova car belonged to a big political leader.
It might be. Police know that. How can
what do you mean might be? It's been so many days. How can you just respond with might be? How can you be so casual about it?
One thing. See, here victim need a justice, not expedite investigation. Police shooting is collecting everything. I
can't get his audio clearly. It's really hurting my debate. Can you just, I'll call you on a phone line. I'll get your audio right, because it's important for everyone to hear your answers, you know. Anand, can that be done, please? Can we repatch the audio there? No, I want a phone line so that the audio is clear. People need to hear this. People really need. I'll keep waiting, and I'll keep waiting till the audio is fixed here. He says, maybe. He says, Ranjana Kumari, maybe. It may be a neta's car. Almost as if that is immaterial.
Well, Arnab, why are you surprised? Why are you surprised when these kind of elements in society, and especially high and mighty people sitting in power, how they do all these, eyewash, how they just get out of all this? Their children do everything and then they get out of it. I mean, there's nothing surprising and shocking that neither the police officer the other day, the police commissioner, could not respond to the journalist and said, well, I'm not fully aware of the case. After 1 full week, he was not aware of the case. And today you can see all these people, they don't even know whose car it is.
They know whose car it is. I'm sure they know whose car it is. I'm sure they know.
How difficult is it?
I'm sure they know. Don't they know, Divya? Would they not know whose car it is?
Of course they know. Of course they know. But they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to acknowledge the fact that all these important politicians' children have gone berserk. They are not, socializing them well. There is such great entitlement. And we have seen in the past, this is nothing new. Past also, such family boys have got away with it. Nobody has ever punished them, and I'm sure you will hear about it.
No, I am asking here. I'm asking here.
Who were shot dead? Five of those men were shot dead. What about these?
If I were to look at any investigation, I think there need to be public disclosures. Okay, and I'd like to bring in Divya Reddy, who's a social activist from Hyderabad. Divya, the fundamental question is, who does the car belong to? We are being denied that answer. And there is a suspicion that the car belongs to a big neta. Is that not an important point to reveal who the car where the gang rape happened, inside which the gang rape happened, belonged to? Is that not important? Divya, Arnab Bugri of the TRS says, I don't know, maybe.
I mean, I hope, Arnab, that this I don't know means that there is very stringent investigation that is going on, because prior to that, if somebody is saying I don't know, then it probably can be accepted. But if there is a stringent investigation going on, and that's when I think we will all get some answers. But I'm more worried about the way things are happening right now in the city, that if any rape is happening or any crime is happening, if it is going to be suffixed by a high profile, and if people can get away with it with just using some sort of loopholes in the system, that is something that is extremely scary, and it cannot be accepted at any cost.
Yeah, I'm asking you again, Mr. Arnab Bugri, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you
Mr. Bugri, let me tell you, the police have seized both the cars which were used to commit the horrendous gang rape. Okay. Now, why is there a delay in interrogating the owners of the car? Why? And one of them has this flag on it. It looks like a government car. The police has seized the Toyota Innova car in which the crime has taken place. Even 2 days later, there is no information regarding the owner of the car. Why is there a delay in telling the whole country who the car actually belongs to?
See, I'm not an investigation officer, Arnab. I belong to one political party. Being in a political party, being a ruling government, we are taking a stringent action against the victims, and there will be 100% justice.
No, but does it matter to you that this would be a government car? I mean, if it's a government car, the car. No, there is a tricolor right in front of the car, right, and it's purported to be a government vehicle. I will ask you. Yep. Is that the reason for the slow pace of the investigation? I want Kishore Porody to come up.
Not at all. We have expedited the investigation.
Kishore is on the debate now with Anup as well. Yes, Kishore.
I'll narrate the sequence of events. The complaint was lodged on the 28th. The FIR wasn't launched until the month end, right? The news came out only on the 3rd. After the celebrations on the 2nd, where you see all over the nation, there were ads for 3-4 pages tom-tomming the fact that the Telangana government is raising to be #1. And one of the aspects they talk about is the she teams here and the number of CC cameras all over the city and the control rooms and all of that, command control rooms, and that how crime has reduced, women's security has improved, all of that. But the next day the news comes out. There is a 6-day gap between when the complaint was lodged and the day on which the news comes out. And since then too, there were 4 more days that lapsed, right? 3 more days that have gone by. And you have asked about the car, Arnab. And we all know, even if the number plate is removed, you have the VIN numbers, vehicle identification numbers, and it doesn't take more than 10 seconds with all the gadgetry that we have and the online apps that the police and even normal individuals have to verify who the car belongs to, right? And you also have the CC camera footages. If the number plate was removed only recently, you have the original CC camera footages from which you can get the number plate as well. But still, there is all this fog around what has happened and what has not. There are allegations that this happened after a party, as you have shown the visuals of the pub. This is exactly like opposite to the Jubilee Hills police station. You can just walk across the road and there is the Jubilee Hills police station, not even 50 meters from the Jubilee Hills police station. And that's where party for underage kids was happening in a pub during the daytime itself. And that's where it all started off. And you have you have everything. If they want to solve, the police wants to solve this, it doesn't take, I would say, it doesn't take more than an hour for them to...
No, whose car is it, Mr. Bugadi? You have to tell me. You see, there is a number plate. There is a number plate out here which seems to be blackened. What kind of a police force is it which blackens the number plate, or how did it allow the number plate? But there is a dealer's name on it. There are 2 to 3 showrooms with the dealer's name. How difficult is it to track down? Do you want me to keep questioning you? You know, there are so many people, Mr. Bugadi, who are calling in right now to our newsroom saying, Arnab, why are you even having to ask these questions?
See one thing, police.
Why are you waiting? Why are you forcing me to do this?
It's already
Is the Innova recovered from a farmhouse linked to a political family?
See, police have every information.
Is it suspected to be owned by a woman linked to a political family?
See, whomsoever it may concern.
No, whosoever is not an answer. It is a purported government vehicle in which a gang rape has happened.
He's an investigation officer. He's an investigation officer. Your team need to ask for Deputy Commissioner of Police, not a person who belongs to some political party.
You are the ruling party. You are the ruling party, not any other party.
Arnab, we are a ruling party. Being in a government, we are held responsible that we have informed the police department to expedite the investigation and collect the scientific evidence.
You publicly tell us who owns the car.
See that police department will inform.
Ranjana is back. No, police is going slow.
Coming from the ruling party, you should have asked these questions.
Arnab,
you should have known by now whose car is this. Why are you trying to evade the question? Why are you trying to hide behind this whole thing? I'm from a political party. You are in the government.
No,
it is your government. You don't know.
No, further I asked, the police did not collect, Mrinalini, the CCTV footage from the vicinity on their own. Our reporters tracked down the CCTV. The owners have confirmed the police did not come to collect the footage. Why was the police avoiding collecting and screening the footage first in the vicinity of the pub? Our reporters decided to trace the route which the accused had taken. We found, despite roads being clearly visible from the shop, no CCTV was collected from the shops along the road 14. Is that not crucial evidence? Now I don't understand this. You can't turn around and say, you know, investigation happening, it will take time. Are you the investigating officer? Am I the investigating officer? We're not. But there's a national outcry on this, Mrinalini.
But Arnab, most important thing is that the CCTV footage or any other evidences around the pub was the most important thing for the police to first get hold of, because that would have led to from where the boys left, how they left, and what they have connected. The very fact that it is done in a slipshod manner, and the very fact that these kind of CCTV footages are not recovered by the police but have been recovered by reporters and given to the police, it only shows either that the police needs the help of the common public to give them, or there is much more that meets the eye as far as the investigation is concerned. Probably the investigation was slack and was slow once they knew that there were certain interested people in this entire thing, and that there was the accused who belongs to a very sort of elite or to a very privileged background. Now, but I must tell you one thing, that this was the same Hyderabad police, and which is what really baffles me the most. I think 4 or 5 years back, when there was a rape, there was an encounter. Of course, the courts took very strict view about it because you cannot take law in their own hands, and they killed the rapist. So that is also the same Hyderabad police that I see. I really don't understand.
No, but the point here is, Mrinalini, the angle is that are powerful people.
So I really don't know.
And I want to know today, Professor Rekha Rao, where is the fifth accused? I mean, why are these questions not being asked? Where is the fifth accused? Why is there an extended delay in getting hold of the fifth absconding accused in this case? Why do we have to come on Republic and even ask these questions?
First of all, I would like to talk about the car, whose car it is. Is it a VVIP car and all? And again, Arnab, you were talking about the flag. The flag is the tricolor flag. Any person, any Congress or BJP or TRS, anyone can go. So just a flag, a tricolor flag.
But whose car is it anyway? Whose car is it anyway?
Yeah.
Whose car is it?
See, the investigation is going on, no doubt.
No, but why can't there be a public disclosure when there is so much public interest in the case, Professor? Why the secrecy?
No, it's not secrecy. No, what I feel is that when the right time comes, when they are 100% sure who is the owner of the car, 100%, just because we are supporters of TRS or anything, we are not supposed to give the information.
No, when will the right time come?
Or till
and who decides the right time?
What is the right time? And in a case like this, how long it is going to take? How long is it going to take?
The investigation is going on. The investigation is going on. And again, here most of them are juveniles. And they are minors. So they have to be very careful. Just they cannot name anyone.
Every minute delay it counts for. Every day
yes,
it's a
delay is there when we talk about
the evidence it gets
when we talk about Nirbhaya, how it took 17 to 18 years. That is the condition of India. It is
no. We're not going to allow a repeat of that. That's absurd.
We have to change.
One minute. Ranjana is on the debate. You use the example of Nirbhaya in what context? Ranjana is debating with Rekha, please. Ranjana and Rekha. Ranjana is back on the debate. Ranjana
has not been able to ascertain who this car belongs to, and all of you are trying to evade this question. I mean, isn't the girl's life, her own safety, this rape happened, and now why are you comparing? First of all, Nirbhaya took 7 years, 8 years by the time the justice came in, not 17, 18 years. First of all, you're not well informed. Secondly, you already
I was just trying to remind you, in India, it is not a question of state. In India, there is always a delay.
The plate of the car under which law? Under which law has this been done? And all of you know whose car this is. And you're trying to just hide. Why? I mean, what are you trying to hide? If the crime has happened,
why should we hide?
Responsible. It is your own city which killed 5 people because they were coming from a very underprivileged background. And now these are privileged people. So you have to really, I mean,
when a strong media like Republic is investigating the case, no one can hide and no one wants to hide. It is not a small media.
Your Home Minister.
You mean to say that it has taken over 2 weeks to find out who this car belongs to? You mean to say that's what police is investigating?
I also one more point.
They're trying to hide. Maybe it is taking time. They want to be 100% sure. Until and unless they're 100% sure, they cannot.
Or are you waiting?
And again, if you remember,
and you're saying not 100% sure, but let me tell you what is happening in the interim. Let me tell you, Rekha, what's happening in the interim. And Divya may throw some more light on it. Nageshwar is on the debate. Nageshwar, thanks for coming back. You know, in the meantime, viewers, let me tell you what the Home Minister says. The Home Minister says, Nageshwar, that this generation has become advanced and some mistakes are taking place. In other words, the Home Minister, Mahmood Ali, is trying to say that gang rapes happen because the younger generation has become advanced. In other words, he's saying, Divya, that if you become advanced, you carry out gang rapes.
Ridiculous.
This is the statement. And he also says a gang rape is a mistake. Isn't that what he said? I want to pick that up. Divya, isn't that what he said? What does that mean? What does that? He calls a gang rape a mistake. Divya, didn't he say that?
Arnab, to begin with, there is absolutely no mistake. A rape is a rape if it has happened, period, right? There are no mistakes in a rape. It is very conscious. It is conscious because if there are perpetrators involved, there are victims involved, then it is a conscious effort. It is not at all a mistake. Mistake is something that happens without your consciousness involved in it, right? So how can a rape be a mistake? By all standards, it is absolutely wrong to consider rape a mistake.
No, he said that, but the question being, I want to know the response of Arnab Bugadi. How can a person like that continue to be Home Minister of the state? Why don't you sack him? Why don't you sack him? He says a gang rape is a mistake. He says gang rapes happen. No, he says gang rapes happen because the generation has become advanced. Is he out of his mind?
I just want to put in a...
These statements have been given
Professor
number of
Rekha,
times by different...
Yes. Should he not be sacked by now? Why is he even in the job?
In that case, number of ministers should have been sacked. Unfortunately, India is a patriarchal society, and number of
patriarchal society. A gang rape is a reflection of a patriarchal society. What else do I have to hear? Mrinalini is on the debate. This is outrageous. This is outrageous, Professor. How can you even say that?
That is the mindset.
Gang rape and rape is a reflection of a patriarchal society.
No, Arnab, in between, you are.
Mrinalini is on the debate. Mrinalini. I can't believe what all is being said tonight. Can you believe it?
There are a number of ministers who have given this.
Mrinalini Deshmukh.
There are a number of people. There are a number of ministers who have given these sorts of sentences, these statements. Whether it is BJP, you are not even letting me talk.
I am very much letting you talk, but I cannot let a statement like the one you made go unrebutted. Mrinalini is rebutting you.
I was just after that sentence. What I was supposed to say?
Please, ma'am, hear me out.
Yeah, yes.
Hear me out that you cannot justify a crime. You cannot justify a crime on a woman by saying that it is a patriarchal mindset that is there. How can you say that as a lady?
Yes.
How can you say that in today's times? Have we not to condemn?
No. I was just giving a statement and you are interrupted.
Do we not take strong action? Do we not create a situation
where people need to have little bit of patience? I did not even
create a
situation and you people are bouncing back. Well, first let me complete what I was supposed to do. Have the EQ, that is the emotional quotient. I wanted to add something in between. I was interrupted. What I mean to say is that the statement given by the Honorable Home Minister is not for the first time. Though it is wrong, it has been given previously by different politicians also. That is what I wanted to say.
No, 1 minute. You are therefore justifying it. You are justifying it.
Are you justifying that?
I'm just I'm just reminding you.
You are trying to say. I'd like. Okay, so I'd like Barnali to come in. I think you're justifying it. You are trying to say that if people like Mulayam Singh Yadav have made comments in the past, then this too is allowed. Well, fact is, this is.
I never said allowed, Arnab. No, I never said that.
No, I feel he should be sacked. I feel Mr. Bugadi should say on the program tonight that we should sack our Home Minister of Telangana.
No one
Barnali
can justify a crime like rape.
Barnali and Mr. Bugadi.
No one can justify a crime like rape, and it is deliberate. It cannot be just a mistake. It is well planned, and they go ahead with it. And nobody has the right to rape a human being. You're playing with a child's mind. You're playing with a body. And imagine the stigma attached to it. Imagine what the person will go through it for the entire life. And today the entire investigation is questionable. Why is there such a slow investigation? Why there is so much of delay?
What is being
Every time there is a delay, and you're justifying the delay. That cases like this are delayed. If your investigation procedure is delayed, why should there be a delay? The more delay there is, the evidence just gets washed.
No, I'll tell you.
You can play around with evidence.
One more irony.
The car is moving around in the city with a number plate. Isn't this absolutely shocking? How can a car move around in the city with a number plate?
What is also shocking? What is also shocking? No, what is also shocking, I must say today, Ranjana, and I say this with great sadness, is the manner in which a large section of the media has stopped reporting on this case. And I call on everyone today, especially all the media today in Telangana, all those broadcasting in Hyderabad and anywhere there to please focus on this case. There is something that we owe in terms of at least, you know, the conscience of our profession. There is pressure mounting on the police to nab the accused. I am asking you today, viewers, Mr. Nageshwar is on the debate along with Royden. You know, there are political links. There are photographs and videos of the minor victim of the Hyderabad Jubilee Gangrape case which are being circulated on the social media. Victim shaming is going on. Victim shaming is going on. We don't know, Nageshwar, we don't know who the car where the gang rape happened belonged to, but the name of the victim, her photos, videos are being circulated everywhere. There is an attempt at making a gang rape, making a case of gang rape look like an act of mutual consent. Yes, Royden.
No, Arnab, who are the people doing it? Arnab, it is clearly, yes, Arnab, it is clearly the BJP who has circulated every photograph of the victim. Okay,
get him on it.
Of the victim was circulated by other than the present MLA, and he has been circulating all these images out in the open.
He's Raghunandan, BJP.
Yeah, he is Raghunandan who has been doing it. So Raghunandan needs to stop it. I think it's the time that he stopped it. And after he came to know, and then he has thought of the Supreme Court judgment, and then he started blurring the face of the victim. So I don't think it's nobody other than the BJP who's trying to escalate the thing.
It did not have the face of the victim.
The victim in public.
No. What do you mean it did not have the face of the victim? Please explain.
He has.
Mr. Purudi, the charge on you is one minute. Can I? Mr. Nagesh, is there truth in this? Is there truth in this? The allegation put by Royden Roach, Nageshwar. Yes.
It has been 6 days.
1 minute. Let's hear Mr. Nageshwar, then I come to you, Mr. Purudi. Yeah.
Arnab, it is truth.
He showed the victim photographs.
Let me make a point.
Royden, 1 minute. Wait 1 minute. Yes.
I don't think.
Royden, 1 minute. Let's hear Nageshwar also, please.
Anyway.
Please.
Arnab, let us put the things in perspective. The manner in which investigation was done was certainly not reassuring. There were allegations of a serious political nexus. There was, we have seen when the accused are poor, instant justice was meted out. So there are attempts to suppress the justice. That was a widespread perception. In that context, it is true that the BJP MLA released it in a press conference. Well, he shouldn't have done. He's being a liar. But his argument is that the police is suppressing the evidence. So I am putting this evidence in public domain so as to create the pressure. But that need not be the case. You can always give it to the court. You can always, this is the time when you have seal cover jurisprudence. But definitely it is unethical, illegal to show the minor, to show the rape victim. But that is a different case altogether. So the point is the justice for that girl, minor girl, is more important here. I am not denying, I am not accepting victim shaming, I am not accepting putting the photographs and video in public domain. But let's not digress from the central point that there is a politics crime nexus and which has to be tackled.
Yeah, 1 minute. Mr. Bugudi is responding to you, Nageshwar. 1 minute. Mr. Bugudi is responding to Nageshwar. First of all, Kishore, has the BJP been in its eagerness to make political capital out of this case revealed the identity of the victim?
Two things here. Including the Home Minister, I mean family members of the allegations are that the family members of the Home Minister were the ones who hosted the party. There was a MLA's son involved. These are the allegations. And before any of this investigation, even the vehicle number, we are not able to find who the owner of the vehicle is 9 days after the incident. But the DCP comes in the press conference and he declares that such and such a person is not involved in the MLA's son is not involved. That is the one thing he can verify. So that is the level of cover-up that was going on. That is the level of cover-up that was going on when Mr. Raghunandan, the MLA from BJP, he in a press conference released a photo, but that photo did not have the face of the victim, nor of the perpetrator as well. Neither of them could be identified, but that was brought out. Even the video, as you said, Arnab, there are various shops across the street, and there were multiple number of CC cameras that you could have access. None of them the police wanted to. I mean, because their job depended on not investigating rather than on investigating. When it depended on non-investigating, obviously, they did not care for all of that. So in those circumstances, to actually, when the police is actively coming out and saying,
how can you keep pointing to the fact that there is some link to the Home Minister's family when the police has denied it? On what basis are you saying that? You say that to Mr. Bugdi.
Of the party. I mean,
one thing,
the party was hosted.
I need to put two things on your table, Arnab. Point number one.
One minute.
One thing.
Clearly.
One thing, I need to put two things on your table. Here, Bharatiya Janata Party, in order to gain a political mileage, Bharatiya Janata Party leader did a character assassination of the girl by disclosing the video in the Benz car, not on the road. He did a character assassination of the girl, being a Bharatiya Janata Party political leader. Second thing, he blamed Home Minister grandson, and in today's press meet, BJP MLA is saying that I never said Home Minister grandson is involved. Definitely we are going to file a defamation case on Bharatiya Janata Party MLA. Even today, when it have an evidence, DGP of Telangana given a chance to MLC Ramchandra Rao of Bharatiya Janata Party. He went and met with the DGP, would have given evidence over there. Why he did it on public domain? It's only doing a character assassination of the girl by Bharatiya Janata Party in order to gain a political mileage.
Now, whatever the case be, one point. I can get into the political debate. I want Ranjana to come in. Ranjana.
Look at the audacity. Look at the blatant way the three political. All these politicians are talking about a minor girl raped. And look at you all. Go and see yourself in the mirror. If this was a daughter from one of the families, what kind of a justice any girl
that's
will
what,
ever
madam.
expect
That's
in your
what.
state.
Could you please
How
hold
can
on
any
for
girl
1
be
minute? I'll
safe in
explain
your
you.
state? How can you be?
Why he disclosed the girl?
What kind of a claim
Why
are you guys
Bharatiya
making?
Janata Party? What is the motive behind? What is the motive of BJP behind disclosing that video?
One of you are. Somebody has released the photograph of the girl. Somebody is trying to hide who are these boys. Somebody is trying to not tell whose vehicle is this. Police is not investigating. Home Minister is saying this can happen in advance. What is this? What kind of a state we are living in? What
Viewers,
kind
viewers, I just want to make a programming announcement that because this debate has got very, very controversial, heated, I'll be doing it injustice to close this, and I'll also be doing injustice if I were to debate the PFI issue, which is coming up next in just 10 minutes. So I'm going to extend this debate for another 10 minutes till the end of the program tonight, because too many issues have come up right now. I mean, so I'll pick up the PFI issue if possible tomorrow. My question is, while all of this is happening, look at what's going on. The POSCO Act. The POSCO Act protects the identity of the minor who has been raped. Yes. Then I want to know, how is the so-called well-known journalist running YouTube channel circulating the victim's photos and videos on social media? Is there a bigger conspiracy to name and shame the victim and to make it look like she is not a victim? That she's an accomplice? There can be nothing worse than that. And no, what is the problem, Royden? And while this happens,
of the BJP, it is the political person of the BJP who's involved in circulating the video.
A local person who identifies himself as a journalist has been arrested for circulating the photos and videos on social media.
He's an advocate. So he should know what does the act say.
The question is, how did that so-called journalist get the videos?
From Raghunandan, Bharatiya Janata Party.
Is it manipulated by BJP in Telangana?
See, it is manipulated. See, one thing.
Okay, thank you very much. Kishore.
Looks like, Arnab, everybody and anybody in Telangana has the videos or has the evidences except the police. The police and the administration is the only one that do not have
First of all, you
any
need to
evidence,
understand
that cannot
what's so
identify the
important.
vehicle, that cannot arrest the people.
Gentlemen, let me
Looks
tell
like
you,
everyone else in
if you don't
Telangana,
have
because
sense
of this,
law, please
because of so
understand.
many
Police
CC
did
cameras
not
out there,
Only you,
because of
only
so
you
many
people
CC
doing
cameras
your
out there,
political mileage.
Nobody
it
has
looks
the
like
right
everyone
now.
else has the evidences.
Only Bharatiya
Except
Janata
for-
Party is doing it for
except for the
political
police.
mileage.
I want to get Barnali in the middle here, please. One question comes here. One question comes here. Just one point, please. One point, please. And I make a request to the entire rest of the national media and everyone else, including the regional media, please ask these questions. I don't want to be in a situation where we're the only channel constantly pursuing the case at a national level. And my question is, in any other case, the police appear to be going slow in tracing the accused or the details of the car seized. Barnali raises the question, is it really that hard to trace the owner and accused if car details are known? It can be done in 10 minutes if the police wants. 10 minutes. Maybe they are just waiting for so-called the media furor over this to die down. The political furor over this to die down. Public to forget. I think that's what they're planning for. In the Tigra rape case, police nabbed the accused the next day because the car details were given by the victim's kin. The police received the victim's complaint on a Sunday and the police arrested the accused by a Sunday night when the car number provided by the victim's husband. In this case, why is the police not actively tracing the owner of the vehicle which has been seized in the Hyderabad Jubilee rape case? Why do we not know? Mr. Bugadi, these questions are not going away. I put the questions to Barnali, who's a well-known activist and advocate. Barnali. No.
Arnab, do you want me to answer this question?
Yes, I want you and then I want Barnali to respond.
See, the incident took place on May 28th. The girl came into the light after father lodged a complaint with the police on May 31st. Police initially booked the case of outraging of a modesty based on the complaint. But later they changed it to gang rape after a statement recorded by the victim.
Are you questioning the victim's family now? I'm sorry, are you questioning the victim's family and saying they're changing their statements?
It is very strange.
I'm sorry, how can you do that?
A person who's been raped can't even file a complaint. They don't even have the liberty to file a complaint.
We need to record the statement. We need to record
and you're questioning that.
If people need to understand the jurisdiction.
You need to understand, sir. Are you saying the victim's father should be a trained lawyer who knows the provision of the law? What do you mean outraging the modesty?
And you should also know that it takes a lot of guts and courage to come forward and report such incidents. It takes a lot of courage.
No,
because ultimately you're made, the victim is victimized. That is what happens.
Mr. Bugadi, explain what you said just now. I have lawyers here on the program. I have Mrinalini here.
Difficult.
She's stepping forward right now. One minute. You make your point. What did you make your point about changing outraging of modesty to gang rape? And she'll respond to you. Please make the point to her. Mrinalini Deshmukh will respond to you. Yeah.
See, incident took place on May 28th. Incident came into the light after her father lodged a complaint with the police on May 31st. He simply said that something has happened. But when we have recorded the statement, after did a counseling in Barossa Center by women police, subsequently we have done a medical examination. Then police seized 2 cars, Mercedes-Benz on June 2nd and Innova Toyota on June 4th. And we have...
Now, what did you say about the outraging the modesty being changed to gang rape? Be specific. What did you just say?
See, initially police booked that case, what I have said.
So, what case did the police book initially?
Mild case.
Police already explained everything in June 3rd.
What case did the police book initially, Mr. Bugadi?
You can check the records on June 3rd.
What case did they book? What case did they book?
So you can check on...
I'm asking you, what case did they book? Did they book a case of outraging the modesty?
Yes.
Why are you not hearing me? Can you hear me?
That's exactly what they did.
I've got to repatch him. The line got dropped. Nageshwar, you're saying something, Nageshwar? One minute.
Let me tell you.
One minute. Yeah, Nageshwar is coming in. Yeah, Nageshwar.
There are conflicting reports on the day. There are conflicting reports on the day the father has filed a complaint. According to some reports, the father has filed a complaint on 28th itself, but FIR was registered on 31st. This has to be checked. We need facts on the table. So there are also reports that when the father reported to the police on 28th, The girl was sent to the Bharosa Kendra, and she was not. There were reports that the officials have been talking about that she was not in a proper condition to explain. But the whole process itself is something fishy. There's no dispute about it. I don't think the government should also defend. So why should TRS first person come and defend the police here? If the shady investigation is done, fire the police. So why should a political party, this need not be a political war. So well, it is true that the BJP may accuse that the police have suppressed evidence. That doesn't justify the revealing the evidence in public domain. There is a competitive politics.
It's shameful. You see what really, I can tell you the sequence of event. If you look at from the point of view of the victim and the parents, this is a minor who was gang raped. You can understand the psychology. Then what happened with the parents? They went to the police station. They reported the case. She was sent to Bharosa Center, and then she was given the counseling. Then she mustered the courage to say what really happened. Then there was a medical investigation, and it was proved that she was raped, and there was a gang rape.
So I'm asking you, Mr. Buguri.
But still, FIR can be filed.
Okay, I understand. Mr. Buguri, I have two questions to you. Where is the fifth accused? 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 Who is the fifth accused?
Arnab, around 7 o'clock in the today's evening, we have again collected the statement of the girl, and we have submitted the remand report. It was in public domain.
I'm asking you, where is the fifth accused? Where is the fifth accused?
He is absconding.
I'm sorry, where is the fifth accused?
All the blame is on the girl.
He is absconding. He is absconded, and police is behind him. And definitely,
how can he be absconding? Who is this person absconding? Who is this absconding person?
Arnab,
is he adult or a minor?
He's adult.
He's adult.
That's why he's absconding.
So you know who he is. So you know who he is, therefore. If you're saying he's an adult, it's therefore proven you know who he is. So now my next question is, Mr. Buguri, 1 minute. Mr. Buguri, 1 minute. 1 minute, Mr. Buguri. My next question is, No, don't say you people. I'm all right, you people. I can get attacked by all of you. I don't have a problem. All politicians attack me. There's no problem. Attack me as much as you want, okay? I'm asking you, forget you people. Okay, me people, all right? Me people. Now we want to ask the people of this country whether they are with us or they're with you. You want to take a check? Should we open the phone lines? I'm asking you, and I'm asking you with all seriousness, Mr. Buguri. Tell me, this person who you know the identity of, who's the fifth person, who you have said because you know the identity is an adult, is he?
Who said that?
Is he related to a political party? Absconding accused related to a political party.
See, on June 3rd, Deputy Commissioner of Police, Hyderabad, Zone, cleanly informed that the fifth guy who is absconding is an adult.
Okay, that's so absconding, is he from a political party? Or related to a political party?
That you can ask the investigation officer. Again, not me. I'm not an investigation officer of this case.
How can you keep passing the buck? You're from the ruling party. What's going on?
Yes, sir. We are from the ruling party. I'm not denying it. We have requested the police department to expedite the investigation.
What is the definition of expedite? What is the definition of expedite? Nageshwar, does this look like expedite to you?
You don't want the truth to come out. Very clearly, you don't want the truth to come out. You don't know who this car belongs to. You know the person is an adult, but you don't know where the person is. You don't know nothing. So what investigation is going on?
Madam,
what
it's not like a Swami Can you talk about? You need to understand first.
See, Arnab, I just wanted to
political parties
mention a few things.
are in the game of one-upmanship, Arnab.
No.
Unfortunately, this case is now played upon. It is a clear case of political one-upmanship. Why do we need politics here? It's a crime. It's a ghastly crime. Why should we request the police to do speedy investigation? That's the duty of the police. You don't need to request them to do this. So police are supposed to do the speedy investigation. And there are serious questions on this. The fundamental point is, let's not defend anything here. So let's call a spade a spade.
No, there's nothing to defend at all. In fact, it's getting extremely serious here right now. When will this investigation? When will this investigation have any clarity, Mr. Buguri?
Mr. Buguri.
Okay, question from Barnali.
Mr. Buguri, since you are participating in this debate and you're a member of the ruling party, isn't it your duty to take this forward? like you're participating in this debate, and just not say, that it is the investigation department, they need to tell us. It is your responsibility as well. Just don't, shy away your responsibility.
One thing. Please hold on. If your question is over, then I'll respond to your question. See, being in a ruling party, we have already informed the police that we need to take a stringent action against the culprits, whomsoever it may accused. So
the fifth culprit is not yet known. Does it take so much time?
If I'm attending this debate, does it mean that I need to do a follow-up? I need to go and do...
Not you, your party, but then you're also responsible. As a responsible citizen, you have a duty.
See, it is a duty of every Indian. Because India is...
Duty of every Indian? What
nonsense are we talking?
No, every Indian is not running the police force in Hyderabad. One second, Mr. Porudi.
Yes. What nonsense is this? Now it becomes everyone's responsibility to apprehend the perpetrators, and the ruling party
who is responding?
Does not want to take any responsibility. The ministers do not want to take any responsibility. All they say is they have told
Divya is also responding to Divya Reddy.
As a matter of fact, they have to do their job.
People simply going on a political agenda. You people,
it's not political agenda, man. It's been 9 days. It's been 9 days since the incident happened, and there are nothing out there.
Political drama in Telangana.
Divya wants to make a last point. Divya.
Drama, man. I mean,
what is it? Can I just get
going, Divya. They won't stop. Divya, you carry on. Make your point, Divya.
Hyderabad.
What is the motive?
Can I please? Can everybody can I request everybody to give me just 30 seconds to speak up? Let's not paint this any political color. The color of this case is khaki. If you let them do their job, I think Hyderabad has absolute efficient police officers, and if all political parties are so serious about putting an end to the women's safety crisis in the state, they must all come together irrespective of their party affiliations and commit to taking strong and speedy action against all these perpetrators of crime against women, and then send a strong signal that those involved will be punished severely without fear, and most importantly, favor. Stop favoring. That's all we are requesting.
That's what we are asking too.
I hope the state government doesn't need any more pushing or persuasion in this case. And ladies and gentlemen, we are tracking this extremely closely. Dodging will not do. It never does. And I shall see you with some big debates and exclusive news once again tomorrow at 9. Thank you for watching. Good night and goodbye.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for 9 years by India Today Universities rankings, a testimony to Amity's world-class quality.
Stopping fire from spreading is difficult, but not impossible. Now with firewall technology, Century Ply,